Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Wanda. Hi. In this video, I'll be creating a shirt using PU heat transfer vinyl. This collection consists of 54 vibrant colors. This vinyl does not peel, crack, fade with time, even after repeated washes. It's thin and flexible and moves along with the garment. It is eco-friendly and non-toxic and is perfectly safe to wear. It works best on cotton, polyester, and cotton blends. For this project, I'll be using this beautiful red, this khaki green, this white, macaroon yellow, and lastly this black. Let's head over to Design Space. Here I have the image I'll be using. I got this image on Etsy and it was a little bit complicated, so as you can see, I had to attach all of my elements by color. This will make my layering much easier. And now I'll click on Make. Select Working on a Mat, 12 by 12, and then Confirm. As you can see, we have 5 different color mats we need to work with. What that means is we'll be working with 5 different color vinyls. I'll be clicking on Continue. Once you're here, set base material. I'll be selecting Everyday Iron-On. Once you click on that, the mirror option will turn on. I'll be clicking on Remember Material Setting, since I'm using the same kind of material for all 5 mats. Before I head over to the Cricut to cut my material, I need to cut my material to size. This way I don't waste any of the vinyl. I'll be using the Standard Grip Tech Wrap mat. Make sure to place your vinyl shiny side down. I'll be using some small pieces of washi tape to make sure my vinyl stays down. And this way my vinyl gets cut properly. And the vinyl's already cut. Now I'll be weeding it using this Tech Wrap pin pen. If you haven't used one of these, you're missing out a lot. These are the perfect weeding tools to get any weeding job done. I'll start by poking a corner and then pulling. Make sure to pull the vinyl that you don't need and not the one that you need. Otherwise, you'll mess up your project. When I first started doing shirts, I messed up a lot of shirts. Messed up a lot of vinyl. There were certain pieces that didn't need to be removed, and I did. But let's not talk about mirror. I would always forget to turn the mirror option on. And that was not fun at all. By the way, this vinyl is so easy to weed. It's got a high stretchability. I've worked with this vinyl so many times and I love it. Another thing I love about this collection is that there's 54 vibrant colors. So you have a lot to choose from when you're going to create any project. As I'm weeding, look at how this vinyl stretches. I proceeded to weed the rest of this project off of camera, and now I'm ready to start my layering. Before heading over to the press, I normally like to do this. Layer my project on my table first to make sure everything is looking perfect and I'm not missing any pieces. And if I am, I'll just head over to Design Space and cut whatever is missing. I'll keep this on fast mode so that you can see the end result after layering this design before pressing it on the shirt. Alright, this is how it's going to look on the shirt. Look at this, it looks beautiful. I'll turn my heat press to 310 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 seconds. Although Tech Wrap recommends you press this vinyl at 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 seconds. But in this case, since I'll be layering my vinyl, I don't want to overheat the vinyl. Here, I'll be using a lint roller to clean out anything from my shirt. To place my design, I'll be using this ruler. Something else that helps me center my design is creating a line in the middle of my shirt, a guy line. Grab the corners of your shirt on the bottom, put them together, and bring up that line and bring it up to the neck. And now press your shirt for 10 seconds. I always do this on my shirts because this helps me center the design. This way you know where the middle of the shirt is. There's my guideline. Now that I have the guideline, I will start to layer my vinyl. I will use this ruler so that I can place my vinyl 3 inches down. Layering my design like this helps me know what piece comes first on my shirt. So from your design, grab the back last piece and place that one as your first piece. Normally I like to kind of fold my carrier sheet like this and then just place it on top of my guideline. This helps me center the design. Lastly, to make sure I have the same amount of distance on each side of the design, I'll grab a ruler and measure each side. If I don't, I'll reposition the design till I get it right. The last thing you want to do is have a design that's not correctly centered. Once you're sure it's centered, you can begin to press your shirt. As I mentioned, I'm pressing it for 310 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 seconds. Once you press, wait till it cools down and you can start to remove the carrier sheet. Very careful. As you can see, I was peeling this in cold and I had no issues with anything lifting whatsoever. And now I'll be placing the next layer. I'll be peeling the last layer and then placing it on the offset. Doing it this way always works out for me. It is much easier, and this way I'm not struggling figuring out which is the layer that goes next. When cutting this yellow vinyl, I didn't realize the vinyl had some previous cuts. That's why you see me placing down some small pieces of carrier sheet with yellow vinyl. And that's okay, it worked out. If you have to dig into your scraps to get a project done, that's okay. As long as you can finish it, it's okay. There will be times that you need to work with what you have. And here I'm just removing the carrier sheet. Make sure not to pull too hard. You don't want to mess up the first layer. But so far it's looking good. And now for our next layer. Remember, the back last piece is the one that you're going to be putting. And here is where it's gonna start to get a little bit hard. Make sure to move around the vinyl. And like me, if you're not too sure, take it off and put it back on till you're 100% sure it looks good. Even if it takes you a long time, you just make sure. So let's press, wait 10 seconds, remove the parchment paper, wait till it cools down, and then remove the carrier sheet. So far it's looking beautiful. Another thing I want to mention is when you have your temperature way up high and you press your vinyl way too long, the vinyl tends to shrink. So when you're layering, the vinyl doesn't fit where it should go. Therefore, always make sure your temperature is not too high. Now this is the temperature that works for me. You need to check what temperature works for you depending on the heat press you have. And with that being said, now it's time for the last layer. These are the sprinkles for the Christmas trees. Let's press. And here we have it. Now let's remove the carrier sheet. And this looks so yummy. This came out so cute. I love it. I'll be pressing it for 5 seconds. This will make the vinyl seal. And this is how it turned out. It looks beautiful. And if you watched to the end and you liked the video, don't forget to give us a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. See you on the next video. Bye bye.